of this ordeal or lecture, in other words. Now, the plan was for this part of the conference to be practical and to actually apply some of the things that we said before. And that's not a linear thing, so you were not going to do like start, do this first, do that first, and awesomeness emerges. This was going to be about create something, refine it, ask me, argue, why this way, why that way, and by this interaction is getting to know more things. As we said before, there is no point in just sitting here and talking about things that you really have to do to get into it and appreciate. So we've got something like a quarter of an hour. So this is like having the bar at a high level and then putting the bar in orbit. So what I'm going to try and ask you, we have created the practical in such a way to say that, go out there, find a data set, or look at the visualizations that have been created, pick a message, and try to put it in an A4 page, in an A0 page, all right? Starting to appreciate things like physical size. 44 size on a font means nothing. 4.5 centimeters of a height for your title means something. It's different on an A4 page, it's different on an A0. Physical length. Work with physical units, not with 10,000 pixels or 44 picas or whatever, 44 font size and all of that. But as I said before, we don't have all the time in the world. There is one thing that I have here, which is, I hope it's going to open it. No? You don't want to open it? Not at all? Okay. No. So I've got here a tiny little spreadsheet that will allow you to calculate a grid. So this is your paper width and height. It is already set to 297 by 420, I think is an A3. You set your height, you set your left margin, right margin, top and bottom margin, the sort of gutter, horizontal and vertical gutter, and the number of modules that you want to have on your page. This is where now we're going to stop working with, say, oh, my module is 83.52 millimeters. It doesn't matter. All I want to do is to divide the space into a more manageable grid, all right? And once you have your module size there, this is 19.38 millimeters by 28.8462 millimeters. You get these numbers here. And these are the numbers that you plug into Inkscape when you define your grids. Once you define the grid, then Inkscape will divide the space into these modules. So this is a little bit of a help to define the grid, all right? I found myself doing these calculations again and again and again. They are ultra easy, all right? How you end up with this module size is just a matter of working out a very simple division. It's not that difficult. So the idea, what I would say to you is, especially if you have been there in the morning session, you can have a look at this, which is the intermediate data the things that we produced and the things that we tried to work on. They are the result of the Tanzanian Demographic and Health Survey 2010, and we have already produced some visualizations there. And we went through the journey of, oh, you know, what does it mean to have a household which shares the toilet, which does this, which does that? And then, as we said before, we've got stories emerging from this data. We've got things that we want to say, okay? A little bit like the message that we were talking about this morning. My favorite graph is this one. If I could create an A0 poster, I would just put this one on it and just say, this is it, you know? This is the model that describes the attributes and how they map to the wealth index. So you look at a house and you're thinking, okay, it's got a cement base, it's got iron sheets on the top, I know that it's got electricity, it's got a landline. The household belongs to the richest part of the population, or the poorest, or somewhere in the middle, and so on. But this thing, this set of bars, already says a million words with just one image. So what I'm thinking is, and the other thing is, all across this web page, I've got questions. Who are these lonely people? Why is it more important to purify the water in the urban environment? What do these models what do these modes at the urban environment mean? So you can select one of these questions, or you can select your own methods and just start, make the first step. Start putting things on paper and try to show them to peers. Try to put them out there in the public. See how many clicks you get. See how many views you get. You know, the internet is rife with websites that will host your work. All right? Put the message out there. Get the feedback. See, you know, why is this working? Why? You don't even have to ask, why do people tend to click more on this visualization rather than that visualization? And start on this journey that will get you to creating more complex visualizations. We're going to be here until the end of the conference, so have a go at it. Let us know how it went. Ask me, you know, chase me around. I know today a few people approached me, but I'm running out of battery at the moment. I think I'm going to shut down in a minute. So I've kindly sort of said, can you contact me tomorrow? But I'm going to be here, chase me, I don't mind, ask me questions, send me an email, send me another. It's not that I'm going to ignore it, but connectivity is a bit of a problem. And in any way, these are the two links that contain all of the material that we brought here to DSA Africa. The repository is on the top. It contains the static website that you see there, and the visualization, and the tool, and the links, and everything, and the code that generated the visualization. And the second is the link to the actual website. I'm taking a lot of cues, and I'm taking a lot of hints from you and a lot of feedback. So in the next few days, I'm going to try to update these links. So it's not that, oh, DSA 2017 is done, this goes offline. No, this is going to stay there. It is going to be updated. It is very likely that I'm going to go into another conference and I'm going to show them what I did in Tanzania. That's the thing. I'm not going to throw this away. I'm going to reuse it. So that's my bit of being very happy to have come to, you know, to this conference. So you can take these links, full contact details of ours, make the best use of it, and chase us. I'll be very happy to answer any questions. or point you to further resources. Before I hand over to Billy, if I'm not mistaken, who's going to talk to you about reinforcement learning, I would like to say a very big thanks to Michael and Andreas for all their help with the earlier session, the whole video thing, and helping with the resources, and even Andreas just giving us a helping hand with the session and the practical on Python. That was very helpful, and thank you very much. And my colleague Steph for all the help. So this is it from me. Thank you very much. It has been a great experience. I'm going to pass the floor over to Billy to tell us a little bit more about reinforcement learning. All right? Thank you.